Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with random reviews from the Overflow room. There. That was a nice, well-rounded, soft tap that won't freak out the cats too badly. Are they still down here? Yeah, they're over there somewhere. Okay, so we're still talking about Poulenc. This is the fifth in our Poulenc videos, and oh boy, has this been fun. So much marvelous, splendid, amazing music. And we're going to start with, well, here's a disc you probably haven't seen in a while, on the label Pierre Varani. Pierre Varani is probably long gone. I don't know if this exists, but you've got the organ concerto, 2 bits from Les Mariés de la Tour Eiffel. That was a group thing that Poulenc wrote a couple numbers for, 2 marches and an intermezzo, and the Concert Champêtre for harpsichord and orchestra. This is with the Orchestre Philharmonique des Pays de Loire under Marc Soustreau, with François-Henri Hubart playing organ and harpsichord. It's not the best performance in the world. It's kind of a cavernous recording. These productions of the provincial French people doing Poulenc were fun back in the day when no one was paying much attention to Poulenc. And so you wanted to have comparisons. You loved to work and you wanted to hear alternate performances. And you got these. And I wouldn't call it amateurish. It's not. I mean, these are professionals doing their thing. But by the same token, it doesn't have the polish, the finish that we're used to, I think, in the best performances of this music. But still, it was fun to get. And back in the day, you didn't have a lot of choice. And I was an avid, and still am, an avid Poulenc collector. And I wanted these things. I wanted to hear every performance I could, because when you're in classical music, you find something, you love it, and then you want to triangulate, all around it to see what's like really great. Well, I kept it for that reason, and it's still fun for purposes of comparison. Now, and here's a wonderful disc on claves. You've got the suite from the Model Animals, the suite from Les Biches, those 2 little numbers from Les Mariés de la Tour Eiffel, and the 2 marches and an intermezzo, 2 marches et un intermède. And this is with the Südwest Symphony Orchestra, Baden-Baden, under Marcello Viotti. Nice disc, always was. And first of all, you had the suite from the Model Animals, which was really hard to find until very recently. Fortunately, Naxos came to the rescue, but oh, I love this disc. This is on bridge with the chamber group Hexagon. You've got Jean Francais, that's his name, Les Petits Nerveux, the Poulenc Sextet, Saint-Saëns Caprice on Danish and Russian airs, which is delicious. This is all music for woodwinds and piano and various things like that. The Poulenc Trio for oboe, bassoon, and piano, and Roussel's Divertissement Opus 6, and the Saint-Saëns Tarantella for flute, clarinet, and piano. It's a wonderful, wonderful program. Here, take a look at this. It's on bridge. You'll never hear these pieces done better. It's gorgeously recorded as well. Really a first-class performance and recording. Wonderful. Poulenc Organ Concerto with Simon Preston and the Boston Symphony with Vic Firth. Timpani. Yeah, baby. With Seiji Ozawa in Boston. It's great. And it's got his Franck Symphony in D minor also, which was a live recording and which was left out of the Boston Symphony Ozawa box. Yes, it was left out. Can you believe it? So, you keep this. But I really got it for the Poulenc because the Symphony Hall acoustic is fabulous. The organ there is wonderful. Munch made a recording of it there too. And that's just great to have. They also did the Concert Champêtre, which was on there too, but coupled differently. Anyway, what's this one? Oh, the Organ Concerto with Marie-Claire Alain. The Harpsichord Concerto with Ton Koopman. It's a total waste. The harpsichord is a tiny, tiny, insignificantly, negligibly toned instrument that had no business being, even with miking, it doesn't work. The Concerto for 2 pianos with François-René Duchable and Collard. Well, that's better. The Piano Concerto with Duchable, so-so. And the Aubade, which is quite good. This is with the Rotterdam Philharmonic and James Conlon. Boy, that concert Champetre disappointed the crap out of me. It really did. But the rest of this stuff is pretty good. And we've got, what's this one? Poulenc, organ concerto, piano concerto with Roger and Dutoit. So, frankly. The sextet, which is part of that Roger Poulenc chamber music disc, which we talked about in like the last video, I think. The sonata for two pianos, well, that's a masterpiece. You really should hear that. It's 20 minutes. It's a big work. Wonderful, wonderful piece with Eden and Tamir. Terrific performance of that. The concerto for two pianos with Eden and Tamir and the Orchestre de la Suisse Romande under Sergio Commissiona, who I sat through for years with the Baltimore Symphony when I was in college. The organ concerto and the concert champêtre with George Malcolm and the Academy of St. Martin in the Fields. With Iona Brown. Those are good. They're not bad. They're not as bad as they could be. The harpsichord concerto is always a problem because you got to find an instrument that works, And the Gloria with Jesus Lopez Cobos and the Orchestre de la Suisse Romande, Sylvia Greenberg soprano. These are all good performances. This is a decent twofer for the most part, except that piano concerto, which was kind of a damp squib. It needs to be dry and witty, and it has to have this beautiful sort of, Palm Court Cafe quality about the first movement particularly. And, they don't quite get it. Then we've got, Jean-Pascal Tortelier doing the Gloria, the Stabat Mater with Janice Watson, the BBC Singers, and the BBC Philharmonic. Not bad. Not bad at all. Better than Hickox, I think. And, well recorded on Chandos. And then we've got this wonderful disc. Oh, my God. The RAIS Kammerchor under Daniel Roos, however you pronounce his name. Boy, was he hot. He's just a hot choral guy. You've got music for chorus a cappella, the Sept Chansons, Soir de Neige, Figure Humaine, the Quatre Petites Prières de Saint-François d'Assise, and the Chanson à boire. Totally awesome on Harmonia Mundi. This is a wonderful disc too. This is on Lynn. You've got the organ concerto, which is just fantastic with the English Chamber Orchestra. Gillian Ware is the organist, and she's always splendid. David Hill is conducting in the Poulenc, and Raymond Leppard is conducting in, Pierre Petit's Concertino for organ, strings, and percussion, which isn't so tiny, actually. It's about 20 minutes long and quite interesting if you haven't heard it. And the Samuel Barber Toccata Festiva, which is just brilliant. And the sonics here are really powerful. It's a wonderful, wonderful recording, technically. So that's fun. And last but not least, Collins Classics. Look at this. Charles Ives, The Unanswered Question, Stravinsky's Symphony of Psalms, Tippett's Five Negro Spirituals, From a Child of Our Time, and Poulenc's Sept Répons de Ténèbres. That's what I got this for. With the 16, the BBC Philharmonic, and Harry Christopher's. Wonderful, wonderful collection. This was the first release in a new collaboration between the 16 and the BBC Philharmonic and Harry Christopher's way back in 1995. Yeah, it was a keeper. Interesting repertoire, very, very fine performances. And there, my friends, you have it for now. We still have some more Poulenc coming. So keep on listening, friends. Take care.